postseason game. Got to go back to Babe Adams. Breaking ball and evens the count to Holiday at 2-2. Matt Holiday at 22 home runs this year. And 21 of them off right-handed pitchers. Chop to third. Alvarez. And that'll do it. A 1-2-3 inning from Garrett Cole. We've really been a pitcher series. Pirates hitting 189 in the series. The Cardinals 192. There's a breaking pitch. And a big cut by Bird. And it's now 1-2.
Nasty curveball from Adam Wainwright. I'd really be surprised to see Marlon Byrd get a fastball he can hit. Wainwright may show him one off the plate to set up the next curveball, but I would really be surprised to see him leave a fastball over the plate where Byrd can do damage.
Line drive to center field, and it's going to drop in front of John Jay for a single. So the Pirates have their first hit of the game, a leadoff single by Bird after Walker had walked in the first inning. So 2 base runners thus far, and Pedro Alvarez will step up.
We've seen a lot of Marlon Byrd in this series. I've seen a lot throughout his career. You may think you have him set up for a fastball, but he's always ready for a fastball. Between first and second, normally there's no defender there. Marlon Byrd off with the crack of the bat, thinking about going first to third on that base hit into right field, and Carpenter takes it away and turns it into an easy double. Oh, left a breaking ball hanging over the inside part of the plate. Russell Martin wanted it low and away. It ended up middle in, just over the fence out there in front of the Pirates bullpen. Cardinals up 2-0.
Cosma taking a strike.
Another 2-out power inning, you know, with runs. Amazing.
But maybe he will in the biggest game so far for the Cardinals. 0-1 to Pete Cosma. And 1-1 to the shortstop. 7th career postseason home run for David Freese. Cardinals lead 2-0 coming up in the 3rd inning, and about 600 miles away in Pittsburgh on Federal Street, right near the Clemente Bridge in the ballpark would be to your right. They have the gigantic screen and the fans bringing their chairs and waving. They are on TV right now and trying to root on their Pittsburgh Pirates. Great fans in that city having a great year.
I'll tell you, Dick, both of these fan bases have really shown up big time for this series. Raucous atmosphere at PNC Park. Same thing here at Busch Stadium.
Slice to left field. Coming on in is Marte. And Marte makes a sensational catch going to his right. Carpenter would have had 3 bases easy and maybe could have come all the way around if it weren't for the catch.
Well, we talked about it in Pittsburgh, Dick. The Pirates actually have 2 center fielders. Andrew McCutchen in center, Starling Marte in left. Man, did he cover a lot of ground in a hurry to make that diving catch and take extra base.
We've seen a couple of dazzling plays here.
Boy, comparatively, the Marte catch and the Cosma catch equally as fantastic. Cosma didn't have to cover as much ground, but he had to cover it quickly to get there before that ball got down to the ground. Watch the reaction by Matt Carpenter at second base. His teammates on their feet in the dugout. Love that defense. Alvarez made 27 errors during the regular season. This is a very tough chance right here. Molina was kind of leaning out of that right-handed batter's box as he made contact. The scoop and throw is back to the home plate side of first base. Morneau didn't want to get that left arm involved with the runner coming down the first baseline. Tough chance for Alvarez. Tough chance for Morneau over there at first base as well.
They rule it an infield hit for Molina and an error charge to Alvarez as Ray Searage, the pitching coach for the Pirates, coming out to talk to Cole, if nothing else, calm him down a little. 2 away.
The Pirates playing their infield in. Neil Walker does absolutely the right thing. Get to the ball and throw home. That's where you wanted to get the out, keep that run off the board. And then an alert play by Russell Martin, seeing Yadier Molina trying to advance to third. He throws over the top of Matt Adams, but just a little bit late to get Molina at third.
tomorrow night. Curveball in the outside corner, and Alvarez goes down. Boy, moving him in and out, changing speeds, variety of pitches, 2 down.
They made him aware earlier in the count with a cut fastball right in on his kneecaps, and then finishes him off with a slow breaking ball right on the outside corner.
He's just befuddling these hitters.
He just gets so caught in between so many different things to look for as a hitter. Even if you just look there and look fastball and try to adjust and everything else, there's such a variance in speed from the fastball to that slow curve. It's hard to get a beat on it.
Fly ball to right field. Beltran makes the catch, another 1-2-3 inning. And Adam Wainwright has retired the last 12 as the Cardinals still lead it.
Wilson hurts himself here by not fielding his position. Actually kind of moved out of the way, tried to make a backhanded swipe at that ball as it went through into center field. Once you let that ball go, you become a fielder. That time Wilson was not ready to field his position.
And the run scores, and Molina goes to second, and Clint Hurdle is out. And that will be all for Wilson. Mazzaro will come in from the bullpen, and his throw went toward the plate.
Looked like the ball hit right off of first base. Second hop hits off the bag, gets over the head of Adams. Carpenter right there to back the play up, but once again, he's down on the ground, has to throw from a knee. Ball skips all the way to home plate and heads up base running by the Pirates. Bird goes first to third. Morneau scores from second on a ball that doesn't get out of the infield.
And conference at the mound as Alvarez knocking in his 7th run of the postseason. And an RBI in his 6th career postseason games. The first player in Major League history. Raymond
Getting every bit of the pitch. Matt Adams absolutely crushes this ball to deep right field. Full extension at the point of contact. Got a lot of lift and backspin on that ball. No doubt about it.
into the St. Louis night.
Not even close, this one.
Pitchers in baseball that throw a curveball, but very few of them can command that curveball and make it a weapon the way Adam Wainwright did, especially tonight and in Game 1.
Boom to the hay, all your sports fans, which are you, the individuals, part of the collective out there in the tubosphere. Welcome to the One-Man Sports Rant, Gen 4.0. I am your host, Will, the alternative ESPN Sports Thrill. Talking post-game discussion, post-series discussion of Pittsburgh having to go to St. Louis. You see from a few of our Pi Kappa, Alpha, House Sweethearts, U of U, Chapter Alpha Tau, giving you props. Alright, you may have noticed some other dude up there. Who is that? Well, that is the new mascot of the OMSR, not just on Monday mornings, but we've got a new rendition here going on of Dwayne Darnett, Ultimate Sports Fan. Now Dwayne, he's a manly man. He's semi-retired up there in Alaska. You know, he's got all his sports apparel out there, the requisite dog when you're up in Alaska, or wherever you may choose. He's a mascot / icon of your own choosing, own imagery. But, you know he's saying, darn that St. Louis defense, because all those potential could have gone through doubles that Pittsburgh was hitting tonight. Didn't happen. Alright, just a reminder. My sponsor is the DMCA. Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Covers a fair use standard, minimal use, and derivatives. So all the video highlights courtesy to, Major League Baseball and TBS, and to the respective teams. Everything else to the OMSR. Alright, so what else have we got to go through? Yes, I'm especially fond of her. Been our house sweethearts for a while. If you're not familiar with the fraternity system, there's 2 house sweethearts per. I figured, hey, you know, when I had a co-host here a while back, it was 2 years ago, August, Jerry quite contrary, apothecary, sports apothecary. Yeah, he had his 2 house sweethearts, Tri-Lam, Lambda, 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 University of Maryland. I had my 2. I thought when he went about his merry way, I thought, hey, why stop at 2? We're going to keep 4. Alright, let's get to the baseball. You may have noticed there's just a slight scotch of darkness and just a little bit of a strobe effect going on in the background. That's because filming baseball is very tricky because the light source keeps changing. I finally have got it fine-tuned down as opposed to the DS shows that I've posted before this one, which is fitting considering, and by the way, congrats to St. Louis, although a lot of us who don't tune in until, you know, the D and CS's kind of had our fill of St. Louis, sort of looking forward to Pittsburgh pulling it out. They had a good team this year. And that will lead me into the sports rant of the day, or the segment as it were. But yeah, the lighting and the light source keeps changing in baseball, which makes filming it very difficult and different as opposed to football, because it keeps showing all these quick cuts too, and there's a contrast issue that goes on when you got a lot of brightness coming in from a opposite end of contrast. That's what I've had to try to figure out, because there was a power surge around here on the set of the OMSR, and all those numbers were reset, and I forgot what they were. So I'm adjusting it. This one seems to have come out pretty good. All right, enough said. By the way, if you want to get involved vis-a-vis comments, great. No flip comments allowed. Keep your comments respectful to the show and to your fellow tubers. That's the 2 things I've been preaching since Gen 2.0. We're now in 4. The DMCA, and conduct yourself with class at all times on YouTube. By the way, you may have noticed I've got my I'm Danny, aka the Count impersonation going on. Don't know who I'm talking about? Where the heck you been, brother? It's like the best reality show in history. Sorry, Pawn Stars. You're done. You're so played. We'll clip.
We're going to California, and we're bringing this car to Ziggy. We're about 5 days from leaving. This car has to be there.
Yeah.
This car is literally representing Bob. Can you believe that? That we've been entrusted with representing Bob Marley with his last car. So, we don't have a choice. We've cleaned out the tank twice. We've cleaned out the lines. We are going to literally have to just turn the key and roll the dice. This is Vegas. It's time to gamble. Let's fire this car up and run it. Well, this is it. We're out of time. Even if we could find a new European gas tank for this car, there's no way in the world that we could get it in the car, installed, up and running before we make our deadline. Ain't gonna happen. I gotta trust that my guys have cleaned this gas tank out to absolute perfection so that when we fire this baby up, she runs smooth. Because if not, that means we have failed. And on a job this big, this important, failure, it's just not an option, man. This is Bob Marley's Mercedes.
Alright, so you saw that. Dude's big time. Us car guys, good people. Be around. Especially if you got a kick-ass muscle car going on. I used to have long hair like that. Yeah. Good people, us car guys. Sports. Watching out for you. on every level, not just with your car. Alright, back to what I'm talking about here. With regard to the sport rant of the day, too many times. Well, now, why is it, when a pitcher is hot, you send in a pinch hitter for him, and then you have to substitute him, right? Why can't pitchers hit the ball like the mailman? They deliver the mail, they should be able to see which envelopes to watch out for, right? Too many times, especially in this series. And I think more so in... what else? Now, I think really, I've watched every game of all of these DSs. Filmed some of them, finally got the fine-tuning down with the white balance. But especially with Pittsburgh versus St. Louis, or vice versa. Too much changing the pitchers when one's hot. Obviously you take one out if they're not doing well, but why throw in a pitcher to get 2 outs? And it just starts to get to be like this convoluted kind of math, where the average fan looks at it and go, the guy who was in there before was doing well, the guy who comes in now, he gets 3 balls and then maybe 1 strike or 2, and then you got suddenly the bases are loaded type deal. You know what I'm saying? Right. Alright, so congrats to the St. Louis Cardinals. Thanks for watching. No silly DUIs while you're out there. Later days and more signature plays.